Welcome back, beautiful creatures. It is your one and only Goddess. We are going to be getting into an interesting makeup look. I have the idea in my mind and I don't know how to execute it, but let me tell you guys a little bit of the main products that I'm going to be using today. So to prime my face, I'm going to be using the Danessa Myricks, the Universal Radiant Blurring Balm, and I'm gonna be getting into these Glisten Cosmetics bases. Like, okay, so I opened them. If you haven't checked out my TikTok, feel free to go check out my TikTok. But I just want to show you guys before we do any kind of swatching, before it goes on my face. Like, just want to show you guys what the colors look like. I'm literally taking one by one out of their little box. Okay. Look at these colors. I think they are gorgeous. Now, let's get into the good stuff. I needed new makeup brushes and new sponges. So I went to Dollar Tree and I got these. Let's go ahead and speed through me cutting these freaking sponges. I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up struggling. So it's okay. It's all right. It's cool. We know, you know, we all know. Okay, you guys, so I have my 6 sponges for my 6 colors. I am not 100% sure how I want to start this. All I know is we're going to start with Danessa Myricks Universal. You know, this is the Blurring Balm. She's so freaking amazing. Okay. And yeah, the glass is gonna come off. Oh, I think that grabbed way too much, but you know what? Hold on. Okay, you guys, the last couple of times I've tried to block my eyebrows, and I really have been debating, do I really want to blind my eyebrows or just let them be? And I said, why not? We want to perfect this technique, so let's try and do it as often as we can. All right, I think that's enough. We're just gonna let that sit and dry, and we'll kind of move on in a way. I think I'm gonna end up moving with the first color, which is this beautiful pink. Yeah, I had to look for it. Okay, so here is the idea. We're gonna do pink, orange, right? Then we're gonna do yellow, green, blue, purple. Okay, so this is the idea. I will probably end up doing it diagonal, okay, instead of like straight down, kind of like diagonal. At least that's the goal. And as we add it, we're gonna have to do a couple of things. So let's wait for the eyebrows to dry and we'll be back to start off. Okay, so I know it looks crazy. I tried, and at this point we're just gonna let these eyebrows dry. We're gonna speed the dry process with using my little fan and try and cover these eyebrows as best as we can. I gotta set the eyebrows, and I'm gonna be using the Maron Color Set Powder. Just like a little powder puff, or however you guys want to call it. Let's hope it blocks the eyebrows. So okay, it looks promising. It looks promising for sure. Alrighty, so we're just gonna let the powder set, and then we're gonna move on with actually setting the colors or placing the colors. You know what I mean? Tomato. We're just gonna move forward. Okay, we're gonna get started with the colors. I kind of have an idea of what I want. Kind of want to do it diagonally. It's either diagonally, circular, but here's the thing. If I do it diagonally, I kind of want the entire body, or start from here and go down. you know, we're just gonna get started. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop the pastel pink. Let's shake it a little bit. You know what? We're just gonna trust the process. Not gonna worry, just gonna trust that it's gonna come out the way it needs to come out. Because I'm not fully convinced right now. And right now, I'm literally just placing all the colors in the pattern that I really want them to be. I'm not too concerned about the blending part just yet. Just making sure that all those colors end up popping and looking beautiful. A little crazy, it's looking a little messy, but we just gotta continue trusting the process. At this point, I just want to blend in the colors and then slowly continue building them up. But I think we're gonna get where we need to get. Slowly but surely, we gonna get there. I think the hardest part is blending in the nose area to try and make it look somewhat decent. I look interesting, to say the least. I don't know if I'm gonna draw on some eyebrows. Oh, I'm still thinking about that part. But I think my vision is slowly coming to life, little by little. At this point, it's just blending in as best as we can, as much as we can, and just going from there, just building on that. And I feel like once we have a set look on the face, we can move on with the rest of the body. So we'll probably end up doing another speed through all of the blending and whatnot. Not gonna lie, we started off a little rough. I was like, what are we doing? But I feel like now that we're further in, it's making some sense. So each color has its own sponge, and I'm just going in blending the colors the best I can, like right here. I think yellow is gonna be the one color that I'm gonna really try and work with. Now let's take a quick moment and look at these eyebrows. Did I block them or did I block them? I think I blocked them pretty well. I'm not too worried about completely disappearing them because we are gonna add a lot of details to this look, and we can kind of hide them behind the scenes. So we're just gonna move forward and do the best we can. Blending was key for this look, as you guys can tell. I have the vision's there. I'm learning to execute it properly. I like it. Adding the rest of the colors, I guess, diagonally. So I'll do the purple here. So purple right here, and then the blue here. And then I'll start again the pink, orange, yellow, green, purple. Because why not? Now trying to match what I have on my face on the rest of my body. It was quite interesting, to say the least. Guys, this is looking super freaking cool. Yes, we started off really rough trying to figure out what we were going to do. But the more we work on it, the more the vision is coming alive. And the color combinations is a 10 out of 10. Yep. It's cute. It's cute. Just a wee bit. So we're just going to keep on blending. We're going to be adding, once I am done pretty much setting all the colors and placing them, we're going to go into probably setting it with the color set powder from Maron and then doing the details. And just like the face, I really just went into adding all the colors, making sure I placed them, blending them in, adding as needed. And this is just kind of like a speed through of how all the colors ended up blending very nicely together. Where I really want them, we're gonna go ahead and set it in with the Maron color set powders. This part, it is so important, making sure to set everything into place. For a little bit, we're just gonna brush it off as best as we can, gently. I'm only doing it like this. I'm not pressing down. Don't press down. You want to do it very lightly. That way you don't remove any of the products. So now that we're gonna kind of just clean it off. So I know it still looks like that, which is okay. I'm not stressing about it because we're just gonna let it sit for a little bit longer and keep on going. I am gonna go over it. I'm not adding any product. I just want to kind of make sure the color doesn't look too dull. So I'm not worried about it having those white little spots because, as you guys can tell, I'm just going over it with the sponges that I've been using to make sure it just kind of sits, whichever word you want to use. Either way, we are also going to be adding some sort of design to this. So it's definitely a process, and I'm enjoying the process so far. I'm not too stressed about it now that I kind of have an idea of what it's going to be looking like. And cannot forget to go down here and just blend these colors out as well. And like I said, I'm not adding any more product. I am just using the sponges that I was already using to blend out those colors. Honestly, I'm very surprised of how well they look. Like, I am, but I am not. I am because they're pastels and sometimes they come out too light, and I'm not because it is Glisten Cosmetics. And come on, I have not had any issues with them other than the pump every now and then, but overall it's always a 10 out of 10, you know. Okay, now that we have it like that, we're probably gonna go in and start doing the designs. I do have these little cutouts that I'm gonna use to help outline the areas that I want to clean off. I have different sizes, okay, and then just kind of want to make sure that it's done the best I can. So probably I'm gonna end up using some micellar water, a cotton ball, and a thin brush to kind of do the outline and go from there. So we're definitely gonna be speeding through most of this part. Okay, so I have these brushes. I think out of all of these brushes, the best one to use will be this one to do the outlines. And then I'll probably end up using this to clean up the inside of it. We're gonna see, but for sure we're gonna put these as possible contenders. And these two we're gonna use first. So what I'm gonna do is simply grab my brush, dip it in. Oh, let's try this again. I got like a little top, and then I'm just gonna add the micellar water here, just enough to kind of cover the top. That way I can just dip my lovely brush. Out of the entire look, I think this part was the hardest because it took so long to create every single detail to it. See how I feel and go from there. I'm not gonna do anything crazy just yet. We have the white. What I'm gonna do is fill the inside of it to kind of make it pop, and we'll see. How it goes. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do is gonna try and fill in the hearts with colors from a different area. So instead of doing the green and blue, I want to do like the pink and orange on here. So for that, I need another semi-flat brush. And this one's pretty good. So I have these two brushes that I can use. We're gonna do different sizes in different areas. Creating a bunch of these random heart shaped around the face was definitely time consuming. So I think that's how I'm gonna do it. Some of them are gonna end up being filled with different shades, while others are just gonna be the outline in different areas. And I'm just gonna do it all over the place. We're gonna do some more details to it. And I don't know what I'm gonna do for the lips just yet, so we're gonna figure that out at some point. All right, you guys, it seems like we are making progress little by little, but progress is still progress. This is gonna take me a while, so we're gonna be speeding through a lot of this, and I'll probably end up doing a voiceover. But I just want you guys to know right now, the only thing that I'm using is the micellar water to clean it up, and I'm using the Glisten Cosmetics white base to kind of fill in the white. I will probably end up coming back and adding a different white to it. But let's go ahead and speed through this so you guys won't get bored of me. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. And yeah, I'm loving this. We're still gonna decide what the hell I'm gonna do with the eyes. I don't know just yet if we're gonna do any type of liquid liner or what. But for now, that's not a concern. The rest of our face is a concern. So let's just move on. Okay, as you guys can see, there is kind of a pattern going on. I am pretty much just filling in the hearts with the white. And then I will be going in to kind of do the transition colors on the hearts that are fully white. The ones that are not, I'm just gonna kind of outline them with the white. And yes, I still have to do the rest of the body, and there's still a lot of details we gotta do, so stay tuned, bear with me. I'll probably end up speeding through a lot of this. If not, I would end up doing an off camera, coming back in, show you the progress, and back and forth kind of the vibe. This kind of leaves an outline, and it gives me an idea of where the heart placement is, and I just pretty much go in and clean it up. So anywhere that it seems like I messed up or whatever, I'm leaving it as is. I'm not fully like, oh my gosh, it's the worst thing ever. I'm just kind of going by it. And I'm gonna be editing, or like fixing, that's the word that I'm looking for. I'm gonna be fixing it as I go. My main goal right now is to kind of, just like I mentioned, place all the designs, clean them up, and then go back in to add the details to it. And although this is taking me longer than I expected, I'm not upset about it. Okay, cool. I'm really not. I'm enjoying the process. Oh, there it is. Yes, I am using a lot of Q-tips. Am I mad about it? Definitely not. This is gonna look so cute when I'm done. I'll still gotta add like the rhinestones, the glitter. There's so much I need to add. Whew. Now I'm just gonna let that kind of sit. I do gotta fill this one in with the white, but we're just gonna leave it as is, and we're gonna go in and start to do one down here. This is the larger heart, and I don't know if you guys can already tell, like there's only like two different sizes that I'm working with. I'm gonna find a way to, when I'm speeding through certain parts, oh, it didn't come off. When I'm speeding through certain parts, like there's some type of music or something to entertain you. I feel like a lot of the times, or at least so far, because I am still learning how to do the whole edit thing. There's a lot of silent moments, and the times I do try to add music is, I don't know, it doesn't sound right to me. So if anybody has any suggestions or any tips, please feel free to leave it down on the comment section below. I would really appreciate it because I'm learning. I'm still learning how to do all of this. And it's not always going to be perfect, but you know what? That's really what doesn't matter. As long as I'm trying to do something and I'm enjoying it, that's really all that matters. Like some of these hearts, I definitely have to go in with like fixing them up, cleaning some areas. Once I trace certain other areas, I can focus on building whatever's inside. As you guys can tell, I was locked in trying to create all these tiny hearts on the body. So now what I'm gonna try and do is fill in the spaces in the hearts. So what I'm gonna, not those, sorry, these. And I'm gonna switch up the colors. I'm not gonna do the exact same colors that they're on, just to kind of keep it a little more interesting. So I'm gonna add some more white base to them to make them really, really white. And then I'll go in with the colors. Now the other hearts that seem to just be simply traced out, I'm gonna be using the Maron Paradise in white, so I can trace that out and probably find a way to make the center colors pop. So we're gonna definitely have to speed through this because it's gonna take me a while. I already know it. I already know it's gonna take me a while. Okay, so it seems like things are starting to take shape. What I'm gonna focus on first is outlining the hearts, and then I'll focus on filling in the white hearts. And once again, we're just kind of going to speed through this. I am gonna be using the Maron Paradise in white to help me do that. And I'm just gonna use like a regular paintbrush. It's not thin, but it's not like overly big. I'm gonna use this thin brush to do like some sort of like stars in the empty spaces, and we'll go from there. Not gonna lie, creating the little stars made me so nervous. My hand was shaking. I did my best. They weren't 100% symmetrical, but you know, it's okay. What I'm trying to do is just fill in some of the areas with the appropriate colors to kind of make it pop inside the heart, if that makes sense. Make it better. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just placing some of the color and then I'm gonna be blending it out. I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna be adding some shadows to it. All I know is it's gonna have to happen. And so this one I already had added the blue. Now I'm adding the pastel green, and I'm just gonna blend it out right here. Oh, you guys can't see it. Oh, whoopsie. Just gonna blend things out and make the inside of the heart pop. Now that I already have all the outlines going, just kind of already have all the placements. And then on this side, as you guys can see, just gonna add that green back in the center of the heart and clean it up. And it's just a repetitive process at this point, you guys, where I'm just going in, filling, cleaning, and so on. And I am still using the cream bases to fill the hearts in, just to make sure that I'm not doing anything different. Now for the ones that are fully white, I will be doing different colors depending on the area that there are. And we're gonna move on to those in just a little bit. I just want to finish these, and then we can do those. And this helps me clean up the heart a little bit better to the shape that I wanted. Although I'm not really looking for a perfect heart shaped, you know? Just blending that out, making sure that I have all the colors that I need to make these shapes pop. And ensuring that I'm tapping or using a tapping motion to blend in the colors. And once I'm done doing that, I really want to go in and change up some of the colors. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add some of the blue here. And then like this. And although it may look all blue, I'm gonna add some of that green in right here. That way it doesn't fully focus on one color. It gives that ombre effect. And then I can go back in with the white and fix it. Some people are grabbing the brush, adding the white on there. I'm going over the areas that I made a little mistakes. So just kind of like that. Making sure that the shape of the heart is still there. But as you guys can tell already, down here I started doing like some sort of shapes and whatnot. That's pretty much what I'm gonna be doing in some of the empty spaces to kind of give that beautiful whimsical kind of background look. So once again, I'm gonna speed through it and we'll go from there. This part here, I honestly did not have a real plan of what colors we're gonna go where and with who. I just winged it, and honestly, I think I did pretty well. Like at this point, it's just building up the colors and having fun with what the hell I'm doing. Because honestly, I really am. I'm enjoying the fact that I'm playing around with the colors. And once again, here we go, trying to add some sort of details. And yes, my hand was shaking during the details the entire time. Now that I have the glitter, I need to do some white eyeliner on the waterline. We're gonna do the lashes. And lastly, we're gonna do the lips. I still don't know what I'm gonna do to the lips, but we're gonna have to figure it out soon. Cannot forget the final touches, the waterlines, the lashes, and the lips. And I wasn't 100% fan of the lips, but you know, I'm not mad about it. Let me know what you guys think. In my opinion, it's an 8 out of 10. I still got lots to work on. I feel like it's missing contact, something around the lip area. I'm not loving it, but it's okay, because I still give this an 8 out of 10. It took me a lot longer than I expected. I estimated approximately 6 hours. It took me around 8-9 hours, but completely worth it. Completely freaking worth it. I love the colors, the whole theme, come on. I don't even have words. I'm losing my words, y'all. This is crazy. I was able to block my eyebrows. Yeah, no, I've been trying to do better at blocking my eyebrows, and my eyebrows, look at them gone. Well, somewhat. Anyways, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow, and make sure you guys check out my other social media. Have a wonderful rest of your day.